Yeah, he was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
Ran in that one inning where they scored the run off him. It just seemed like, they were getting elevated off-speed stuff, and they put the ball in the outfield for the one run. But outside of that, he was down with everything, and just a tremendous effort. It's just gone to the point where, you could count on Danny for 6 innings, and then you better get him out because something's going to happen. And then into the 7th, and then into the 8th, and now he's elevated his game where every time he steps on that mound, you're thinking, 7, 8, or maybe even 9 innings. And, for him to get through 9 innings under 100 pitches, just a phenomenal effort.
Yeah, is it the same stuff that struck out 16 in Tampa?
No, he wasn't as sharp as he was then. But location was key because they were putting the ball in play, which enabled them to, when you're striking guys out, it's 3 pitches at least per at bat. Tonight he was getting quick outs and, did a great job of managing his pitch count, made some nice plays behind him. Nothing really spectacular on balls that were smoked. He just did a nice job of pitching to contact and getting outs.
Yeah. You're happy for everyone, but just how about your thoughts on Danny personally reaching this point?
Well, I'm just really proud of him, just to see the development in him and how he's turned the corner and, just turned into a top-notch pitcher in the American League. He's worked very, very hard, and he's, thought really, really hard on how to become better, and, he's sure done it. I'm just really proud. I'm proud of him.
And Ned, how has Danny's emergence kind of affect your entire outlook in terms of your starting pitching, just knowing you kind of have a guy maybe at the front of the rotation to kind of anchor things?
Well, I mean, it's definitely comforting. But, we feel like Ventura's, right behind him. We feel like he's, starting to turn the corner a little bit too. So to have, 2 arms like that, that you've developed as an organization is going to be key. But, to watch the way Danny's matured and developed as a major league pitcher has been really, really fun to watch.
Especially after a 14-inning game, is it almost just like relaxing? You see his name up on the board,
Well, no, it wasn't relaxing, but you just knew he was going to give you depth. You knew he was going to go deep into the game, and we didn't have Soria. We really didn't want to use Herrera after using him 2 days in a row, and everybody else threw yesterday, and we were going to go as far as we could with Danny. Normally in a one-run game like that, you'd see the closer come in, but he positioned himself, to earn the opportunity to go back out and get that complete game.
Big hits for Chesler in the last 2 games.
Yeah, Chess has been giving us great at-bats. Again, we've talked about this, but, he sees more pitches per at-bat than anybody we have. Very seldom will he chase out of the zone, and he just puts good swings on the ball. And, Dice with a big walk, and then, a bang-bang play at second, but the stolen base, and then Chesler with the big triple, and then Haas, doing his thing, driving the ball the opposite way for the winning run. It was good. Not a lot of offense, but just enough to win.
What was going through your mind when he turned second and was going for third?
Who?
Chesler.
He was going to be on third.
You guys always believed in Danny's stuff, obviously, and he had really good stretches 2014 and since. Did you think when it clicked, though, that he had this efficiency in him?
I wouldn't say he had really good stretches. I would say that it was inconsistent at best. He'd go out and throw a really, really good start, and then maybe throw a good start, then he'd have 2 bad ones, then he'd throw an okay start, then he'd have a bad one, then he'd throw a really, really good one, and you just knew it was there, and it was just a matter of time. How much time? It depends on the individual. But I just really firmly believe that stint in the bullpen really, really helped him understand who he was and what kind of stuff he had. When he came out of the bullpen, he was just coming in attacking. Boom, 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 here it is. And he's taking that same mentality now. I think when he was in the bullpen, he all of a sudden believed, hey, my stuff is really good, and I can get away with attacking guys down in the zone. Simplified his mechanics, went straight, from the stretch. And he's able to duplicate those mechanics consistently with 3 pitches, and it just helped him turn the corner.
One more on Chess. That triple that he hit, that was the first pitch, cut her away.
Yeah.
Dayton's talked about his balance. Is that an example of it?
Exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, that's a great example of it. The thing about him is that you can't – you can't pitch him one way because, you know, he can drive the ball down the right field line as well as the left field line and you know, everywhere in between. Left center field gap, right center field gap. He puts good swings on the ball, and you got to be balanced to be able to do that.
You mentioned
Big
the
hit.
bang play with Dyson at second. You guys seem to do really well with the replay challenges. Is there any? What's your secret there? What's your?
Our secret's named Billy Duplessis. He's the best video replay coordinator in the game, as far as I'm concerned. He's on everything, and he's on everything way before everybody else is. So, I mean, we can call in and know if they're reviewing or if we're reviewing exactly what the outcome's going to be because he's got it. And, you know, it took a little bit longer today because he's got so many angles that he's got to look through, but he continues to look till he finds that one angle, and he says challenge. But, you know, every challenge that we make comes from him. So he's excellent at what he does.
You mentioned the offense. How is it a challenge when you prepare for a pitcher and then he gets hurt early in a game like that, and then a lot of that?
Yeah, not really. I mean, you know, you're prepared for the guy, obviously, but we also prepare for the relievers too. So when something like that happens, we've got a pretty good idea what we're going to face.
When you move a guy like Cuthbert up in the order, are you looking for him to step up his game or just keep the game the
Keep
same?
his game. I'm not looking for him to do anything.
Yeah, you're
I
moving
mean,
him
yeah, if I moved him up and I tell him to step up his game, then I'm an idiot for not telling him to step up his game when he was at the bottom of the order. No, I want him to be himself. I'm moving him up in the order because I've got confidence he's going to help us score more runs.